Hey guys, this is Yuri, and today I want to teach you as efficiently as I can how to pay a parking ticket. How everybody should be paying a parking ticket due to the laws of finance in the United States and pretty much worldwide. But I'll be showing you United States laws. So this is my parking ticket that I got like a couple days ago. I have a DOT number as a plate, and you can see it's like 255 bucks for disabled parking. And okay, so the parking ticket is in order to pay. It's a demand for payment. It's a demand for payment is called a bill. So this parking ticket is a bill, and there's everything that is considered money in the world of fiat monetary system is like, we'll just use the United States as an example. Everything that you think is money, which is like the green papers, the Federal Reserve notes, those are actually not money. They're negotiable instruments. So they're called negotiable instruments. The thing is, there's two types of negotiable instruments. And just so you know, the definition and the law behind how negotiable instruments work and what they are is found in the Uniform Commercial Code, Article 3. You can read about negotiable instruments here. We won't go into detail because I'm just going to show you how to pay the parking ticket. But there's two kinds of negotiable instruments, right? You have notes, which are promises to pay, and that's the cash that you have in your pocket. They're called Federal Reserve notes, right? They're actually a promise to pay. So they're negotiable instruments, and we treat them like currency because that's what they are. They're currency in our current financial system, or the fiat monetary system. But there's another kind of negotiable instrument. It's called a bill. And I'll prove that to you right here. Negotiable instrument. Here we see that negotiable instrument means an unconditional promise or order to pay a fixed amount of money. So an order to pay is a written instruction to pay money. Okay, it's a bill, basically. And the parking violation, any kind of citation, is an order to pay. So you have a negotiable instrument that's been handed to you. So you actually just got paid. And what you're going to do to pay this parking ticket is you can use this literally like currency, okay? And especially when you're dealing with agencies of law, agencies of government, okay? Like people are scared about the government. They feel like they're a slave to the government. Actually, no. If you just figure out how the government works, they have to work according to the laws. So Uniform Commercial Code is a law in literally nearly every state. I don't know of any state that didn't adopt UCC in its laws, okay? So you just got handed currency here worth $255 that they printed for you. You say, "Thank you, officer." And this is basically like a little contract, and they're asking you for a payment of $255, right? But this paper itself, this is the thing that you got to wrap your head around. The bill itself, the parking ticket itself, is currency. It's an order to pay. So even though it's like demanding currency from you, it's currency in itself. So you can use the bill itself, the parking ticket itself, as a payment. And here's how you do it. On the back side of it, you're going to do what's called a special endorsement. Okay. Here in the UCC, you can read about special endorsement, what it is. It basically, first off, an endorsement, it's a signature, okay, on the back of an instrument. This is an instrument, okay, because it's a negotiable instrument. A signature that basically like releases your when you're negotiating or transferring this instrument to somebody else as a payment, you need to sign the back. It's called an endorsement, okay? You can read about it in detail later. Or maybe we'll take a little closer look here. It can be accompanied with words or other instructions, okay? For example, if you want it to be released to a specific person, you can do. That's literally what a special endorsement is. When specially endorsed, instrument becomes payable to an identified person. Instead of just signing it, That's that would be a blank endorsement when you just sign it and you don't state who's the payee. That means anybody that grabs it, they they have a right to it. But anyway, on the back here, this is the important thing. This is how you pay your parking ticket, guys. You write without recourse, which basically negates any lawful like standing that they may attempt to make upon you. When you write recourse, it's like hands clean, take it. That's my payment. You can't do anything about it. That's literally what it means. Okay, when you're negotiating an instrument without recourse. The pay to Yurikoto. This is the special endorsement. You're actually, when you're the holder of the ticket, you have the right to endorse it to anyone, negotiate it to anyone. You can actually endorse it to yourself, okay? Which it's a little bit it's like a gray area on who you should endorse it to, because logically you would think, oh, I want to pay City of St. Petersburg, right? So I'm gonna write pay to City of St. Petersburg. You could do that. I kind of learned differently. I learned from a lot of this from Brandon Joe Williams, and he always recommends writing a special endorsement to yourself. And honestly, I kind of agree with that because it gives you the right to all the payments, all the currency that you negotiate, especially to like banks and governments. But City of St. Petersburg, they're gonna receive your ticket, and it's still a payment, or you could consider it a payment, because they have like, you could construe it like they have an account open for you with this ticket, and it's your account, right? Because you're the one that has promises to pay or orders to pay coming out of that account, and they're the trustees or the stewards of that account in your name, basically. That's kind of like a way to look at it. But it would never get to this detail if you just send this ticket to them without any explanation at all. Just literally put it in the envelope and send it to them. You'll never. I can't say never, right? But your ticket should basically just disappear. They probably won't even write back to you or anything. Even if they do, maybe the city like sends you back and say, hey, you need to do a correct payment. Nothing's gonna happen unless they sue you, right? Like they have to sue you over it or demand your presence. In which case you could literally just show up and start reading off negotiable instrument. Just start reading from the UCC, and they'll be rushing you out of the courtroom as quickly as possible. Like the judge probably won't even let you talk. He'll probably just be like, case dismissed, get out of here, because I don't want to hear it. That's how easy this is. But yeah, so you write without recourse, pay to your name and sign it. Okay, by. You have to write by. I'm gonna zoom in here. By Yuri Kodo. Just sign your name, comma agent. Okay, and underneath that you can write your print name in lowercase letters. This is important. Lowercase letters. Okay, I put a little hyphen between my middle name and my first name. You can do that. You're Jacinto Kodo, agent. The key is you want to make it your natural name a little bit different than your all capitals name. The all capitals name is like an entity, a legal entity. Okay, it's not literally you, the man or woman. And you are an agent acting on behalf of your all capitals name. Okay. If you want that to be super legit, you can create a little power of attorney for yourself, for you on behalf of your all caps name. But you really don't need to worry about that. It would be useful if you ever have to go into the courtroom. You could just write up a power of attorney, and but you can literally just win your case without the power of attorney. Don't worry about this shit. Just you're an agent for this legal entity called your all caps name. Okay, that's it. Send it. You don't need to do certified mail. This was a mistake. I walked in there. They couldn't even locate the certified mail. Like the address wasn't in their system. If you use the envelope that they gave you, it'll have these three little, like a little mini barcode here, right here where my cursor is. Underneath where I put the sticker of the certified mail, there's a little barcode, and it'll help the post office send it directly to where it needs to go. Okay, it's like an electronic system that they have. So you don't need to do certified mail. You don't need to pay. Literally put a stamp on it. It would cost you 75 cents for a stamp. Put a stamp on it. Send your specially endorsed, without recourse, bill instrument payment to the government. And this is how you pay your parking ticket, okay? Now, I can't say I just paid mine like today. Like I sent it, right? I mailed it. I will probably never hear back from them. If I do, I might make a video about it. Say, oh yeah, they asked me to come to court. I would show up to court, 100%. I would show up to court and put this in the judge's face. Oh yeah, we have a negotiable instrument here, promise or order to pay. So this is an order to pay. It's a negotiable instrument. Like, okay, negotiable instruments. All the money that we have is negotiable instruments. Federal Reserve notes are negotiable instruments. They're all equivalent. Okay, so that's it. I won't make this too much longer. I could go on and on forever. Don't pay your bill. Don't pay your parking ticket online unless you're down to behave like a slave and like exchange your energy for a matrix system that is trying to extract payments out of you just because they think they can, right? Like because of a so-called violation of rules that like don't actually hurt anybody or injure anybody. Okay, like parking in a spot that's open and there's like no lack of vehicular space. You can follow those rules if you want. Like if you want to be a cordial person, that's fine. Like that's great. But to demand $255 from a person because of where they're because they were like on whatever, it's just absurd, right? If you think it's absurd and you see this as a slave program, which it is, you don't have to. You're literally free. Like you don't have to pay this out of money that you worked for, like notes, Federal Reserve notes that you worked for. You could pay all this shit by sending the bill back with an endorsement. Okay, so that's it, guys. We'll be doing more in-depth discussion later on about UCC and law. Okay, and I hope you guys enjoy, get some value out of it, and be free from parking tickets. Yeah, this can be applied for like officer. If the officer pulls you over, do the same thing, man. Just write without recourse, like and mail it to them or just hand it back to the officer. I don't know. I have never been in that situation, honestly. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you.